Hey guys, we're back in Elune again today, playing a little bit more, and I got a little bit of an update video for you, as well as I'm going to accomplish quite a few things here on the video. And also I wanted to go over some elunes that I think you should definitely be on the lookout for. So before I get started with going over that, I'm going to do a quick fusion and see what we can get there. Let's fuse these two here. Cata. She actually has an insta-kill ability that I'm a little bit interested in. So, alright, next thing we're going to do is go to the elunes real quick and check it out. I've got two things I need to do here. One, I've been contemplating whether or not I was going to take Revi all the way up to level 60, which I've decided I am going to do. So I'll go ahead and evolve her. And that is done. I do like the outfit, so that was definitely worth it. Alright. With that being said, let's see. Next, we're going to somebody that I haven't heard a whole lot about. I don't see people bragging about him or talking about how amazing he is. I like to play with him. I think he looks really cool. I'm going to take Kang, I guess is how you would say that. I'm going to take this gentleman right here, and he's going to be my first one that we transcend. So we're going to transcend him, which, by the way, guys, is super expensive. So whenever you get ready to transcend somebody. Alright. Transcending now. Cool little graphic. Cool. So that is done. Alright, we transcended. HP went up. Attack went up quite a bit. Defense is up quite a bit. Everything jumped up quite a bit. So he was pretty strong when I was playing with him, so it's going to be interesting to see how well he does now. So getting on into what I was talking about before, some of the heroes that I think you should definitely be on the lookout for, and I'm going to go over why you need to be on the lookout for them. And obviously the legendaries, yes, okay, be on the lookout for them. And speaking of legendaries, so we're going to look at Kang real quick. Now, if you don't have him, that's fine. You can always use a friend's, right? And I covered that in another video. He's going to be almost necessary if you want to complete the campaign. So if you don't have him, make sure you have a friend that's got one on there and use theirs to complete the campaign. But as far as why, you're going to go to our skills real quick, and the first thing you do with Soul Harvest is you attack him 3 times. You attack any big boss 3 times with Soul Harvest. And the same thing goes for if you're fighting in the arena. You attack their tank 3 times, and then you're going to hit them with Underworld Route. You hit them with the Underworld Route, and they are instantly dead. So you got to get the Mark of Death on them. That's how you do that with the Soul Harvest. And then you can transfer. Once you have the Soul Harvest hit 3 times, that marks the death on them, or marks them with death. Then you can swap back to the character if you need to. So swap turns back to him and hit him with the Underworld Route, and it's over for him. So that's somebody that I think I've already gone over. I think they're necessary for completing the campaign right now, if you just wanted to get it done without having a whole bunch of level 60 characters that have really cool abilities. So that's somebody to obviously be on the lookout for. But let's drop on down to some of the epics real quick. Somebody that is amazing that I just had draw for me not too long ago, Reina. And I don't know if you've heard anything about her or if you've seen her in gameplay. If you've been playing in the arena, I call it arena because it's got a weird name here, but if you've been playing in PvP, then you're gonna notice that if she's got speed on her, then you don't have much of a chance, because what she does is this like clockwork here. It winds up doll-like spring to interfere with the target's time progress. inflict a weakening effect that reduces attack speed by 20% for 2 turns, and a 75% chance to inflict the spell effect that causes restrain. Again, if you click here, you can see what restrain means. Alright, so let's see, where's restrain at? Spell, okay. There it is, okay. So restrain prevents actions and they are moved to the end of the turn order. So in other words, if you hit their main hitter with restrain, or if you hit the main hitter with like clockwork, and it actually takes effect on them, so you have some accuracy, your accuracy hits, you got a 75% chance of doing this, then they're going to be restrained. They're going to move to the end of the line, and by the time they get their turn, you will have already probably taken out their team. So something to look out for on gear for her, which I don't have on her right now, but what I do have on her is I have speed. So all of my gear that I was looking for has speed on her, because I want to be able to go first whenever I'm fighting in PvP. So that's what I'm looking for on that. And let me get to another character real quick, but something else that you could also apply to her is something I'm going to talk about on this next character. This one she's not very high up for me. She's only level 40. You can use her at level 40, you can use her at level 50, you don't have to take her up to level 60. I probably will, just because I think she's that good. And that's Chloe Van. So Chloe Van, let's look at her skills real quick. And I'm going to skip the first one. Commands a drone to drop bombs, dealing magic damage to the enemy. Not really that big of a deal, but the shockwave device drop. Commands a drone to drop a device that releases a shockwave dealing... Okay, I'm not even going to go into all the math. That's going to change anyhow whenever you level it up. And that's going to be magic damage, though, to an enemy, and 20% chance of inflicting physical effect that causes paralysis. Paralysis, by the way. Let's look at that real quick. Paralysis prevents actions, and all damage taken is crit damage. So, that's when it comes to big bosses, that's the way you want to go. And also, whenever you're fighting in the arena, she can attack anywhere in the arena. Even if they have a big defense up, she can attack anywhere in the arena, and she can possibly paralyze anybody in the arena. So there's not a big chance. It's only a 20% chance, right? Increased by 20% for each soul used. Up to 4 soul can be used. So it gets higher, obviously. And then if you look at the gear, there's a gear set that, there we go, the full moon mask. It says the 3-piece set gives a 25% chance to remove a debuff. It actually gives more like a 25% chance of hitting your debuff. So I think it's just a poor translation, or at least I hope it is. Otherwise, it's a bug, and it's going to get fixed, and it's not going to work that way. But as it is right now, it gives you a better chance of hitting your debuff on your enemy. So something to keep in mind is look for the full moon set and put 3 pieces of that on to Chloe Van if you have her, and level her up and start to use her against your bosses. And when I say bosses, if you go into challenge and you go into your boss battles, it will apply here. She can actually stun the enemy, and that'll give you plenty of opportunity to do some major damage to them. So with those things being said, let's move back into our elunes again. Another one that I really like that I have not had at 5-star yet, and I'm looking to get at a 5-star. I'm sorry, I'm looking to actually get him up to a 6-star, is Sadi. Maybe I'm pronouncing that right. Sadi is pretty awesome. I like the effects of the attacks. Actually, they look really cool whenever he attacks. But his skills, the main one that you want to pay attention to here is flings an explosive amulet that deals magic damage to the enemy and grants an amulet. So the amulets, let's see. Sadi's masters in the art of amulet and can exercise complete control over his enemies with a single one. So the resistance rate of all status effects is reduced by 10% for targets holding an amulet. So if he hits every target on the field with an amulet, their resistance rate is dropped by 10%. And then that's going to give you the opportunity to hit them with, say, Chloe Van and stun them. So, I mean, that drop in resistance rate is going to be a major help. Now, obviously, you know, he's a cool Elune all the way around. His attacks are really cool. I don't know. I really enjoy this game. I really enjoy all the graphics that are into it. So somebody else that I'm saving up, and speaking of the one I just got, by the way, I just got the 6-star here. I noticed she has on her skills an insta kill also. So a curse from Apophis, the god of snakes, spurs Cata's power, instantly kills a target once Cata has attacked it 7 times. Target immune to instant kill will receive additional damage equal to 200% of damage every 7th attack. So 7 attacks is a lot. So, and when I say 7 attacks, it doesn't mean if she does like 4 attacks in one skill, it doesn't count that. It's only per time that you attack with a skill, regardless of however many times that skill hits. So I don't even know if she does that, but if she did, that wouldn't matter. So yeah, see, striking 5 times and dealing a total of whatever magic damage, 100% chance of inflicting target with nature effect that causes poison for 3 turns. Which I think poison's probably going to be great in this game, the same as it was in other games. So I think she's somebody definitely to start thinking about, maybe for if they have a tank and you're in arena, they have a tank and you have the opportunity, you can keep everybody alive and hit them 7 times with her. The tank goes down, you got everybody else that's doing damage to the back row. Maybe, I don't know. But I got her already at 6 stars, so all I got to do is level her up. I guess we'll find out as I keep playing. So anyhow, guys, that's pretty much the update. I should be hitting level 30 tonight. Don't know if anything amazing is going to happen there, but nonetheless, guys, I appreciate you watching the video. If you found this at all interesting or at all informative, a like and subscribe would be greatly appreciated. As always, I appreciate you, and we'll see you next time.